hold hands.
So one thing that's pretty cool about RV living is all the variety, and you can get variety in the campgrounds you're staying at too. Now most of the campgrounds we stay at that are private are sort of like people are staying for just 1 or 2 nights or maybe a week. You might have, you know, a couple people staying for a whole month or something like that. But this campground is a little different. And there are some like this, but I would say 50%, maybe even more, are full-timers. And so it's almost like a full-time RV living community for a lot of the year. And then once you start getting that vibe, it's kind of neat, it's kind of different. It's something we don't see a whole lot, because usually when we stay places, if there are full-timers, we're sort of in a section that's for overnighters, which is totally different than this. And this is what's been really different. Something I've never seen before, something that I think is kind of a neat idea, and it may depend totally on the owner of the campground. So this group of campers over here, you got one fifth wheel here, you got an RV over here, you got one in the back, and then like this is a shared tent right here. So the first night or two we were here, people in the campground would they'd all show up in golf carts, and they'd have karaoke, and they'd hang out, they'd have a good time, the whole family sometimes, and it was neat. Even though the majority of our videos and what we show is us driving around like crazy every 3 to 5 days all over the country, that does not have to be what your journey's like. You know, you can settle down for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and just take it easy, especially if you love the area and you love the community you're in. It's just a different way to live. Maybe like a suburb, but everybody's closer together and everything's more open and you share resources more. It's way more friendly than the suburbs we've been in, at least, when you have an RV community like this. They dumped this gravel pile here this morning. This is gold for toddler entertainment. Yeah! Oh, you're gonna be dirty though. Maybe mommy won't notice. Hey girl, you ready to go see some race cars? Yeah? Ooh. Look at that, Hensley. There's the 1911 winner, Hensley. Look at that, isn't that cool? I don't guess that one went 225 miles an hour, but... So I am not really a car guy, but this is still really cool. A lot of history here. Started in 1911? Is that what they said?
Yeah, I think he said 1911 was the first one.
Yeah, so that's the first winner there. So 1912, 1914. So there's 1911, and there's 2011. Like all these race cars, Hensley? Look at her, she's so excited. We got one, you'll get to sit in one. You can't sit in these though.
Can't get in a lot of those?
No, you can't get in a lot of these. We got one you can get in up here. Oh, look at these, Hensley. Oh, is that one for me? I'd drive that. Look at this.
This one is open, the window.
It is open. We can't go in it though. In 1996, they also started having a NASCAR race here, and so it's not just the Indy cars. And in case you're wondering, like the difference between an Indy car and a NASCAR car, so this is more of the typical NASCAR style here. They can go up to around, I think they said 175 miles an hour. And then here is your Indy car, which is what this track was originally built for. And they can go up to like 240 miles an hour. It's just crazy. Either one of those speeds is just crazy. So the Vince Lombardi trophy for the Super Bowl was worth around $50,000. This is the Borg Warner trophy, and it's worth more than $3.4 million. Isn't that crazy? It's just sitting right there.
I know.
It's like,
I mean, I guess it would be obvious if you walked out with that, but.
yeah, you probably can get away with eBay in that. I don't know what you.
Yeah, I don't know what you do with it.
Since 1936, they've added like a silver likeness to every winner onto the trophy. Show me how fast she is. Yeah. You gonna drive it, Hensley? What's it like in this thing? That's pretty roomy.
I think I could take a nap in here.
Yeah?
It's like you're in a cocoon.
I don't think that's what these are for, but...
We're winning. We're the only ones in the race.
Race cars.
They're all in the museum.
Are you driving a race car?
The checkered flag is up! Goodyear makes a move! Little Al wins by just a few! Will use the top of the structure, while winners of the Indianapolis 500.
You ready to go kiss some bricks? And this crazy, babe?
Yeah.
Cars are coming down through 235 miles an hour.
I can't even imagine. I would totally ride in one though. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, you say so.
Look, look.
Yeah.
You want to kiss it too? She said, can I kiss the ground?
It's one of the few times we're gonna say yes, Hensley.
Okay. Did you do it?
So this track was built in 1908 for them to test cars, basically, just to see how fast they could go, try out new things. And then they sort of gravitated from that into, hey, let's go ahead and just race those cars. But then they figured out that they couldn't race the cars in the type of track they had in 1908. So they replaced that early track with bricks. The whole thing was laid with bricks. So for decades after that, they raced on this brick track, which was called the Brickyard. Then I think around 1960, they came and they paved all of this, but they left this 1 yard of bricks here just to keep the history of it, which is really cool they did that. They said in 1996 it became a tradition to get down and kiss the bricks. And they said when you kiss the bricks, you need to make sure you kiss it facing the direction that the cars are going. Think? You're a racing fan now?
I'm a sports fan, so I feel like it's very interesting. I love anything sports related, so I don't know. I thought it was really cool.
Even if you're not an NASCAR or Indy fan and you're into history, there's a lot of history here, so that's really cool too. 250,000 in seating capacity, which I think, from what I understand, is the largest of any sports venue in the world.
He said if you stretched all the seating out, it would reach like 90 miles.
So you can measure it out either way. So whichever.
I looked at tickets and it said you have to apply. I don't know how that works.
Maybe hard. Yeah.
I'm sure he said they sell out every single ticket. They do it once a year around Memorial Day. So. And
it's Indianapolis 500 because it's 500 miles of racing, which makes sense, right? You gonna give him a hug? Kenzie, what are we gonna get?
So we went to Long's Bakery because it's supposed to have awesome reviews, and we got in line and didn't realize that it was cash only. So, you know, of course, we come unprepared. So we were leaving, and the sweet ladies working said that they insisted on giving us something because it's about helping people and people helping people. Is that not so sweet? So Hensley picked out a chocolate donut, and then she gave us a yeast. That's their, ooh, they're warm.
Well, let's eat it while it's warm. Ooh, it is warm.
I know.
That's really good.
Is it?
Yeah.
They were so sweet because they're made with love. Did you already eat yours?
Yeah, it was so good. Seriously, I want to see your face when you eat it.
Okay.
Isn't that one of the best donuts you've ever had?
It's like melting in my mouth. I'm not even having to chew.
Is it like your donut?
Is yours as good as ours was? I would have to say that is a must. That was amazing. It was simple, but it was awesome.
Hensley, this could be one of the proudest moments of my life. Did you stack those two yourself? That's amazing. I mean, you're supposed to be eating, but that's amazing. Aren't you proud of her? Is this your crowning achievement as a parent? I've been trying to get her to play with Legos.
Her whole life.
Yeah, pretty much. Like when we were in the hospital and had the baby, I was like, oh, they go like this. So if you're in Indianapolis, definitely check out the Speedway. It's I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even like a race car guy, but like when we were standing on the track, that was like a moment.
It
wasn't
was.
It's like a moment because there's history from like 1909 there, and they've got these original bricks sitting there, which we just kissed, and like it's just a moment because you're picturing those cars coming toward you, 240 miles an hour.
Well, I know in sports it's like really awesome when you've won what you've worked so hard for. So I kind of like felt that for them a little bit. I'm like, man, some people really just like worked so hard to get here, and this is where they felt really happy in that moment. That's what I was thinking about.
But good day in Indianapolis. We passed through here a few times, and we're glad that we've taken the time to stop. And there's no way we're going to check out everything with here, but the cool thing about Indianapolis and like St. Louis and some of these cities that we pass through over and over and over, we know that we'll just kind of do what we can do, and then we'll check them out again next time we come through. We're going to call it a night. I'm going to continue to bask in my glory as a parent over here. And we will catch you guys later. Hensley. You got... Over here? We're going to do the fire right here. You got all the s'more stuff?